morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Kim. Today is Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020. And we begin with a young athlete defining the word sportsmanship for a world that too often forgets. 21-year-old Diego Mentrita was in the home stretch of a triathlon in Spain, pretty much resigned to finishing behind Britain's James Teagle, until Teagle took a wrong turn. It only cost the Englishman a few seconds, but that was enough for Diego to pass him with less than 100 meters to go. Did the Spaniard take advantage? He did not. Once he realized his competitor's mistake, Diego slowed, then stopped to let Teagle cross the finish line first because, quote, he was in front of me the whole time. He earned it. The classy move wasn't just for show. It meant James Teagle made it onto the medal podium while the do-gooder did not. Athletes are weighing in. The race's overall winner called Diego's actions the best in history, while Liverpool's goalkeeper tweeted, "The real value of sport in a single gesture." The coronavirus isn't canceling Halloween, but it sure feels that way. According to a just-released set of guidelines from the Centers for Disease Control, door-to-door trick-or-treating, or even parking lot trunk-or-treating, bring people too close together and are therefore on the list to avoid. Indoor parties, haunted houses, and hayrides are also in the no-go category, which pretty much includes anything that mixes people from different households. The CDC's suggested replacements, family-only scavenger hunts, or any form of virtual celebration. For those still intent on getting dressed up, the center has a few comments on costumes. The masks that come with them, the guidelines say, are no substitute for a protective face covering. But don't wear them together. It could be too hard to breathe. Instead, consider a Halloween-themed cloth mask and ditch the one from the costume entirely. Speaking of masks, they were warned once. The NFL wasn't about to warn them again. According to ESPN, Seattle Seahawks coach Pete Carroll, San Francisco's Kyle Shanahan, and Denver's Vic Fangio each just got smacked with $100,000 fines for not covering up in Week 2 games. All three teams also have to cough up an additional $250,000 for allowing them to go barefaced. And the punishment may not be over yet. Neither John Gruden of the Raiders nor Sean Payton of the Saints consistently masked up for their matchup Monday night. Tradition is on display, and history will be made in the nation's capital. A black drape now hangs in tribute on both the Supreme Court chair of Ruth Bader Ginsburg and over the doors to the High Court's entrance. Today and tomorrow, the justice will lie in repose, which means in rest, outside under the portico at the top steps of the building, so members of the public can pay their respects. And on Friday, she'll become the first woman and only the second Supreme Court justice to lie in state in the U.S. Capitol. It's a rare honor reserved for only the most distinguished government officials and military officers. Justice Ginsburg will be laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery next week. RBG broke ground for women here on Earth. Soon, another woman will do the same in space. NASA has just announced details of its $28 billion plan to land the first female on the moon. It'll happen in 2024 as part of the Artemis program, which aims to get 2 Americans, 1 man and 1 woman, kicking up lunar dust for the first time since the Apollo mission in 1972. So far, 65 women from the U.S. have made it into space, including the 2 involved in the historic all-female spacewalk last year. And last month, NASA announced that astronaut Jeanette Epps is scheduled to become the first black woman to board the International Space Station for a 6-month expedition in 2021. And that's it for KidNuz this morning. Now, our KidNuz quiz. What was the epic show of sportsmanship by a triathlete in Spain? Diego Mentrita stopped short of the finish line to allow a wrong turn runner to cross first. The CDC is advising against what Halloween tradition? Trick-or-treating. If NASA gets its way, when will the first woman land on the moon? in 2024 as part of the Artemis mission? What does to lie in repose mean? To lie in rest, usually for public viewing. In One for the Road, the draping of Ruth Bader Ginsburg's chair and entrance to the courtroom is a ritual for the passing of any active justice and reportedly dates back to at least 1873 and the death of Chief Justice Salmon Chase. The tribute stays in place for 30 days. Flags at the front plaza of the court will be flown at half-staff, also for the next month. Before we go, we want to say a big KidNuz hello to Ms. Downs and her students at Janesville School in Janesville, California, and to Mr. Larson's class at Jordan Elementary in Jordan, Minnesota. And our birthday shout-outs this morning are for Jed in Morehead City, North Carolina, Aiden in Cottage Grove, Minnesota, to Illinois for Rourke in Highland Park and Lauren in Chicago. We also have Emery in Decatur, Georgia, and in California, Nicholas in San Diego, another Nicholas in Poway, John and Aubrey in Simi Valley, and Amalia in Menlo Park. Thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll see you back here for more KidNuz tomorrow morning.